سلام كما يتصنحو كبرات تخطاتلت كيبي اكسترا نحجاب استدالو مدب تمالي بريزيدانت امريكا دونالد ترامب نبريزيدانت دوب افريقيا سيريل رامافوزا صويعو لكع كان بريزيدانت يوكرين برام زلنسكي صاريفو أواریدو سديدو ولو نزم ملك زرزر حبريتا حيزنا لكم قريبنا لنا نچانلنا سبسكرايب بمغبار كسامو داتا ختكاتلونا بخبر نعدمكم بريزيدانت دوب افريقيا سيريل رامافوزا اچا زلنسكي كم زبصحو تغاليصو أمونغ أمريكان دوب أفريقيان زنبرو وطرن مهدا زعلم آخيبا ينيرو انتخونا جن بريزيدانت دونالد ترامب هبتا هاجر سعادو حارستوت يقتلون يسأنتون اللو بالزبل زغص على كسه مزنقو نعرسو ككلاخس لستجدده اتركب نابز جدده وطر مريحو أمريكان استاسسا سعادو أفريقاويان عقبا كابتهب جنا حدا سومن يخينوا بربع بريزيدانت سيريل رامافوزا نابايت هاوس بممصاع زمدناتن هاجرات داغمين متعراي وطينو نيرو اب كندو ترامب ابزهابو قطاو غازيطاو مغلصه اب دب افريقيا مصنات سعادو يكايدلو زبل بسفيحو حقاو كم زيكونه زنغرلو سلامه نرامافوزا غريمو نسو اب حدا صرغا استسلفو حيالو سبات ابستخايده تقامو مرئي زر فيديو اصاويتو مقابرو تمستقتلو سعادو حرستت مخانم بمغلاص ترامب تمسله اب دب افريقيا ابي كمستقرص يفلطن أزم زرعايو مسكالات بحق جبوطات مقابرات ايكونون اب 2020 اب اورجا كاوزلو ناتال حارستوت مصامت دحر مقتالهم كابستا جبر تقامو زمصو يمسلو عدالوت اب تاوان عامتات نستقتلو حارستوت زو كل مخانم غليصوم نيروم قدمه نيروبي عاقبه وايت هاوس مرح دوب افريقيا مس امريكا زلوا نقداو زمدنا ممحياش قدامنت مخانو اسميرلو نيرو دوب افريقيا ناب امريكا زلا اخسدد ابور حمده ابلعل حدش قبر اتاو ترامب زنبر عرفت مستزازمه 30 مئتاو قرص يصبيو.
Those people were all killed.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President? No, I'd like to know where that is because this I've never seen.
But
Okay.
I mean, it's in South Africa. That's where.
We need to find out.
اتا اخيبا اوفال اوفيس كابز جمر كساب دحر صبو ينيرو تراب مبرات خطف بمحتات اتا فيلم مصوات مسجمره ابتا غزاز نبر سميعي تغيره ابتا فيلم دمص فلط تقام دوب افريقاو جوليس ماليما نبر افريكانر توكيس كابلوم نتا حارستاي توكيس كقتل زبل تنقساقس مسلك سمع تغيرو بدحريو مسقلا زلو غرات يرأ نيرو ترامب زعباتو مسلتات كزاربن كالو مقابر صعادو حارستت مخانم غليصو قصيلو دما اب دب افريقيا صعادو متقعت كم زبصحم زغلጽ زانتاتا زحازه مصحف زمسل سند نرامافوزا ركبو ترامب اب دب افريقيا بسفيحو مصنات صعادو بزملكات كابغاشيو مبرك حتت مخانو غليصو رامافوزا ابت فيديو زقاربه ناي تقامو دمص ملكيتو ملسي هيبو اتزراخا يستغبر مدرتات از بوليس منغست ايكونن اب دب افريقيا سبات حسابهم كغلصو زخ البزح ودباو ديمقراسي لنا إلو بوليس منغستنا فصم انصار تنسو ماليما زبحال ابايتو خيترف زبلو زنبره خوينو نسوم دما نؤسان سلفيوم از دما بمسرك قوامنا كهلو يفقدلو إلو رامافوزا تمال ربع ابزهبو مغلصه ترامب ابز غداي دمص دوب افريقيان كسمع تسفا كم زنبره غاليصو نيرو نسو نصعدو ابالات ليخو مالت تصاوت غولف ኤርኒ ኤልሰን ሬተፍ ጎሶን ከም እወን ዝሃብተ መሰብኣይ ደቡብ አፍሪቃ ዮሃን ፕሮፕቶና መልኪቶ ህልቂት ተዝፍጸም እዞም ሰለስተ ለዋሃት ኣብዝ ኣይመሃለውን ከበል ራማፎዛ ተዛሪቦ ትራምፕ ቃላቱ አቋሪጹ ግን መሬት ከወስዱ ተፈቅደለም ዲኻ ድሕሪው ነቲ መሬት ምስወሰዱ ነቶም ጻዕዱ ሓረስቶት ይቀትልዎም ከምኡ ምስገበሩ ድማ ዝኾነ ነገር ኣይሕተቱን ከበል አቋሪጽዎ رامافوزا دما ايفال كبل زملسلو خينو ات مراحه امريكا مالمان اكل منغست زيكونه ودبن كاب صعدو حارستات مريتنا يمنزع سلطان اللوام نسوم دما يكونن زبل موكس زغبره يمسل اما جمرتا نايز عامت برامافوزا استفرما كاتا حقه منغست ابغله كونتات بزي كحساب ولقزونن مريت كحز فقديو منغست دوب افريقيا بمسرته تحقه كساب حج زخونه مريت كم زي تتحزا يزغلص رامافوزا برغص اب هاغرنا غبن كم زلو بغبناو نطفتا زقتلو سبات سعادو طراي زيكونه مبزحاتيوم صلمت سباتيوم كبل غموغيتو ትራምፕ ነታብቲ ቪድዮ ዘሎ መስቀላት ብምጥቃስ እቶም ሓረስቶት ጸለምታ ይኮኑን እዚ ጽቡቕ ይሕማቕ ኣይብለኒ እቶም ሓረስቶት ግን ጸለምታ ይኮኑን ኢሉ ደቡብ ኣፍሪቃ ዓሌት መሰረት ዝገበረ ኣሃዛት ገበን ኣይትዝርግሕን እያ እንተኾነ ግን እቲ ዳሕራዊ ኣሃዛት ከም ዘመልከቶ ኣብቲ ሃገር ኣብ መንጎ ጠቀምትን ተሓሳስን 2024 ኣስታት 10,000 ሰባት ከም ዝተቐተሉ ይሕብሩ ካብዚኦም ኣስታት 10 ዝኾኑ ኣብ መጥቃዕቲ ሕርሻ ክሞቱ ከለዉ ካብቶም 12 ድማ እቲ ሓደ ሓረስታ እዩ 5 ነበርቲ እንትኾኑ 4 ድማ ሰራሕተኛታት ኮይኖም ጸዓዱ ክኾኑ ተኽእሎ ኣሎ እዚ ብሓቂ ዝሕፍር ዝተባሃለ ኣኼባ ኣብ ደቡብ ኣፍሪቃ ምጽናት ዓሌት ጸዓዱ ከም ዝተፈጸመ ዝገልጽ ክሲ ኣብ የመናውያን ጉጅለታት ንዓመታት ክጉስጓስ ጸኒሑ እዩ ትራምፕ ነቲ ጉዳይ ኣብ ዘቕጠሉ ዝነበረ እዋን ራማፎዛ ህድእ ኢሉ ጸኒሑ ንኣሜሪካ ነፋሪት መቕራብ ዝብል ዋዛ ብምግባር ድማ ስሕበቱ ክሰርሕ ፈቲኑ ንሱ ደቡብ ኣፍሪቃ ንዓሌታዊ ዕርቂ ተወፋይነት ከም ዘለዋ ብምግላጽ ነቲ ኣንጻር ኣፓርታይድ ዝኾነ ኔልሰን ማንዴላ ጸዊዑ ትራምፕ ግን ኣብ ልዕሊ ራማፎዛ ጀመሮ ኣፋዊ መጥቃዕቲ ደው የበለን ንሱ ኣብቲ ጸወታ ካብ ምእታው ዝተቆጠበ ይመስል እዚ ድማ ኣብ ወርሒ ለካቲት ኣብ ልዕሊ ፕረዚዳንት ዩክሬን ዘለንስኪ ዘጋጠመ ዝሕፍር ተግባር እዩ ድሕሪ እቲ ዝሕፍር ኣኼባ ማርያማ ንኽልቲኦም ኣላጊጸሎም ክልተ ኣረግቶ ደቂ ተባዕትዮ ብዛዕባ ካሓሚዮ ኣብ ዋሽንግተን ተራኺቦም ኢሉ ብዛዕባ ምጽናት ዓሌት ጸዓዱ ዝኾነ ጭቡጥ መርትዖ የለን ክብል ኣብ ትዊተር ጽሒፉ ኣብ እዋን ፕረዚዳንት ናይቲ እዋን ባራክ ኦባማ ኣብ ደቡብ ኣፍሪካ ኣምባሳደር ኣሜሪካ ነበር ፓትሪክ ፓስፓርት ነቲ ኣኼባ ብሓቂ ዝሕፍር ክብል ገሊጽዎ ንፕረዚዳንት ደቡብ ኣፍሪቃ መጻወድያ ከም ዝተሓሰየሉ ንጹር እዩ ደቡብ ኣፍሪቃ ንምውራድ ንደቡብ ኣፍሪቃ ንምሕፋር ዝዓለመ ነይሩ ኢሉ ፕረዚዳንት ኣሜሪካ ዶናልድ ትራምፕ ንደቡብ ኣፍሪቃ መዝንኡ ሲሪል ራማፎዛ ጸዓዱ ደቡብ ኣፍሪቃን ይቕተሉ ከም ዘለው ዝኸሰሶ ኮይኑ ፕረዚዳንት ትራምፕ ንዋይት ሃውስ ካብ ፖለቲካዊ ዲፕሎማስያዊ ማእከል ናብ መድረኽ ጻርፈን ጸለመን ክቕይሮ እዚ ናይ መጀመርታ ኣይኮነን ቀደም ክብል ንፕረዚዳንት ዩክሬን ዘለንስኪ ብሓሶት ከሲሱን ጸሪፉን ኣዋሪዱን ሰዲድዎ ነይሩ ትማሊ ድማ ፕረዚዳንት ደቡብ ኣፍሪቃ ሲሪል ራማፎዛ ተረኛ ኮይኑ ክጽረፉ ዒሉ
Look, these are articles over the last few days. Death of people. Death. Horrible death. Death. I don't know. To pick anyone. White South Africans are fleeing because of the violence and racist laws. And this is all. I mean, I'll give these to you. No, so when you say, what would I like to do? I don't know what to do. Look at this. White South African couples say that they were attacked violently.
President Trump, when will you go and see for yourself if it isn't?
Well, I could do that. Look, here's burial sites all over the place. These are all white farmers that are being buried. And he asks about a jet that was given. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You know, you are so bad. You're such a bad reporter. This is one after another. This family was wiped out. I'm just looking.
Can we get a report from President Ramaphosa?
Your reaction to those videos,
President Trump.
Well, I think the videos are so. No. When you look at the videos, I mean, how does it get worse? And these are people that are officials, and they're saying that kill the white farmer and take their land. That's what it is. And I have other friends in South Africa. I have people that left. One in particular that says you can't go there. He said they want to take your land. They take your land and they kill you. It's okay, and they say it's okay to do. Now we're going to talk about it, but this is a tremendous look. This is a story recent. These are all people that recently got killed. Yeah. And I don't know how it can get any worse. These are and you know the men that you saw, the people that you saw in that movie, those are officials. Those are people that were in office. They had one march. They had a dance in your parliament, whatever you may call it, legislature.
Let me clarify that.
Yeah.
Let me clarify that because what you saw, the speeches that were being made, one, that is not government policy. We have a multi-party democracy in South Africa that allows people to express themselves, political parties to adhere to various policies, and in many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy. our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can take land.
And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
Nothing happens to them.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately, through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now
The
been
farmers are
utilized.
black. The farmers are not black.
We
I don't
now-
say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black. And the people that are being killed in large numbers, and you saw all those grave sites, and those are people that loved ones going, I guess on a Sunday morning, they told me, to pay respect to their loved ones that were killed. Their heads chopped off, they died violently. And, you know, I mean, we're here to talk about it, and I didn't know we'd get involved here. But I will say this, that if the news wasn't fake, like NBC, which is fake news, totally, one of the worst, ABC, NBC, CBS, horrible. But if they weren't fake news like this jerk that we have here, if we had real reporters, they'd be covering it. But the fake news in this country doesn't talk about that. They don't want to talk about it, but now they have to talk about it. But they won't. This won't even be a subject. They'll have him talking about why did a country give a free, think of this, why did a country give an airplane to the United States Air Force? Okay, the United States, not to me, to the United States Air Force, so they could help us out, because we need an Air Force One until that's Air Force One, it's being built. 2 of them being built. But Boeing's a little bit late, unfortunately. So why did they give us a plane to the United States Air Force? That's what that idiot talks about after viewing a thing where thousands of people are dead.
I'm sorry, I don't have a plane to give you.
I wish you did. I'd take it. I would take it. If your country offered the United States Air Force a plane, I would take it.
Okay. But coming back to this issue, which I really would like us to talk about, and talk about it very calmly. We were taught by Nelson Mandela that whenever there are problems, people need to sit down around a table and talk about them.
Well, there are
and this is precisely what we would also like to talk about, including, of course, trade matters, investment matters. So the issues that concern you as the United States.
Those are all recent. Those are all deaths.
Yeah, in many ways, I mean, one should say you are a partner of South Africa, and you are raising concerns, and these are concerns that we are willing to talk to you about. Let me just add quickly, you know, the criminality that we are experiencing in our country needs quite a lot of technological capability. And in one of our areas in South Africa, we're using US technology, which is able to, in many ways, identify where shootings are happening and all that. And I'd like to talk about that, because there is support that we can get from you as the United States to help us deal with all these acts of criminality. And that is what I believe partnership is all about. And we are here as a partner so that we can help each other whenever there are challenges. So I'd like us to discuss it, and of course outside of the media, so that we sit down and have a really good discussion that will lead to good outcomes.
Are there any other further punitive measures that could be in place should you not be satisfied that South Africa is fixing some of the very bad things, in inverted commas, that you tweeted are happening?
Well, there are a lot of bad things happening in many countries, but this in particular has been very, very bad, very bad. And because of, we're going to have the whole world watching in another short period of time, because you have the G20, and that's a big deal. And it seems like, I want you to look good. I don't want you to look bad.
Very good.
But we have hundreds of people, thousands of people trying to come into our country because they feel they're going to be killed and their land is going to be confiscated. And you do have laws that were passed that gives you the right to confiscate land for no payment. You can take away land for no payment.
I want to clarify that, because we have a constitution. Our constitution guarantees and protects the sanctity of tenure of land ownership. And that constitution protects all South Africans with regard to land ownership. However, we do say, because we've got to deal with the past, the government, and as your government also has the right to expropriate land for public use.
And you're doing that.
And we've never really gotten underway with that. And we are going to be doing so.
You're taking people's land away
we have not.
from them.
We have,
And those people, in many cases, are being executed. They're being executed. And they happen to be white, and most of them happen to be farmers. And that's a tough situation. I don't know how you explain that. How do you explain that? They're taking people's land away, and in many cases, those people are being executed. And in many cases, it's not the government that's doing it. It's people that kill them and then take their land, and nothing happens to them. But we have thousands of people that want to come into our country. They're also going to Australia in a smaller number. But we have thousands of people that want to come into our country, and they're white farmers, and they feel that they're going to die in South Africa, and it's a bad thing. Yeah, please.
What can South Africa do? What concessions would you like to see them make to improve relations with the United States? Then I have one more for President Ramafosa afterwards.
Well, you know,